I've always thought dreams were harmless, strange reflections of our minds, little stories that vanish with the morning light. But that was before it happened, before I had the dream that refused to end. The dream that followed me. It started 2 weeks ago. I'd been having trouble sleeping, long nights staring at the ceiling, my thoughts running wild. That night, I finally drifted off sometime past 3 a.m. And when I found myself standing in the middle of a street I didn't recognize. The air was heavy, the fog thick like smoke. The world around me was dead silent. No cars, no wind, not even crickets. Just silence. The only light came from flickering street lamps, stretching down an endless road that seemed to breathe on its own. I began walking. My footsteps echoed, too loud for a place so empty. Every house I passed looked the same. Dark windows, cracked doors, shadows that seemed to move even when I stood still. Something inside me whispered that I wasn't alone. Then I saw her, a woman, standing beneath a distant street lamp, her head tilted slightly to the side, like she was trying to understand me. Her hair was long and tangled, her dress old-fashioned and torn at the bottom, and she was holding something in her hand, a small, square object. I tried to call out, but my voice broke before it even left my mouth. I couldn't speak. I couldn't move. Then she started walking toward me. Her steps were silent, her face hidden in the flickering light. But the closer she got, the colder the air became. I could see her eyes now, black, hollow, but somehow knowing. When she finally stopped, just a few feet away, she whispered my name, perfectly, softly, as if she'd said it 1,000 times before. I felt my heart slam against my ribs. I'd never met her. How did she know me? Then she raised her hand and showed me what she was holding. It was a photograph, old and faded, but I could still recognize the face in it. It was me, sleeping. That's when I woke up, gasping for air, drenched in sweat. My room looked normal, except something felt off. The shadows in the corners seemed darker than usual. The air felt colder. I tried to shake it off. Just a dream, Primetta told myself. But when I looked at my clock, the time was 3:07 a.m., the same time I'd fallen asleep. That night, I barely slept again. But the next night, it happened again. The same street, the same fog, the same woman. Only this time, she was closer. I started running, but no matter how far I went, the road never ended. The lamps kept flickering. The houses repeated, and her voice followed, calling my name again and again, sometimes soft, sometimes angry. And then she said something new. She whispered, "You shouldn't have left me." I woke up screaming. Days went by, and I began avoiding sleep. I stayed awake for nearly 2 days straight, but eventually, exhaustion won. When I finally collapsed, I didn't just dream. I fell straight back into her world. Only this time, I wasn't standing. I was lying down on a bed in one of those houses. I couldn't move, and I could hear her breathing right next to me. The room smelled like damp earth and decay. Then I felt a cold hand brush my hair. Her voice said, "Now, you can't wake up." I remember the panic, the pounding in my chest, the desperate scream trapped in my throat. I forced my eyes open, and I was back in my room again. Morning light filled the space, but it didn't bring peace, because when I looked down, there was water on the floor, and in that small puddle, clear as day, was a single wet footprint. Next to it lay that same photograph, the one she'd shown me in the dream, old, faded, and this time I wasn't sleeping in it. I was standing with her. Now, I don't sleep anymore, because when I do, she's waiting. And I think one day soon, when she reaches me again, I won't wake up at all.